You're listening to the World's Team Podcast. It's not just America's team, Cowboys Nation. It's the world's team. Now, here are your hosts, Paul Stewart and Mike Poland.
How about them Cowboys?
What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome to another episode of the World's Team. Remember, it's not just America's team, it is the world's team. I am your host, Paul Stewart, and I'm joined as always by Mike Poland and a very special guest coming from all the way from Brazil is Vinny from Bluestar Brasil. How are we doing, fellas?
Hi guys, hi everyone who watching us. It's an honor to be here in the World's Team podcast, and for me, it's much nice to talk about the Dallas Cowboys from the other people's. And man, okay, I know people in Brazil who root for the Dallas Cowboys, but I don't. It's the I don't know, 1 month, 2 months we started to talking and see, okay, have a lot of people who doing something, who do podcasts and works from Dallas Cowboys around the world. This is so great. Really, It is the world's team.
No, I'm so happy you got. I'm so happy you got in contact with us because this is one thing that me and Mike are really hoping to do is try and get that more international voice, like from Brazil, from the UK, from Canada, and other parts. Mexico.
We had Mexico last week.
Yeah, we had Mexico last week with Super Cowboy, who's one of the super fans of the Dallas Cowboys, and we also had at the early beginnings, we had Eduardo Flores, who was the NFL International Fan of the Year last year, who did the. I'm trying to remember what draft pick he did. Was it not Nathan Thomas pick he did?
I believe so.
It was the Nathan Thomas draft pick he did. Yes, but yeah, we're just really thrilled to have you over, Vinny, man. And but before we do a deep dive and get to know you a lot more, Mike, please let us know what is the latest news regarding to our Dallas Cowboys.
So just to run to the quick news, there is one major storyline that's hit, but we've got Joe Milton making waves at OTAs. An interesting one is Kenneth Murray running a deep defense with the green dot, which is interesting. Whether that continues, I don't know, but I actually quite like the idea of that, because it allows the rest of the defense to filter and disperse outward from him. But obviously the major news that has come out today is sadly Tom Rafferty, the Super Bowl winning center from the 70s, unfortunately passed away at the age of 70. So that is sad news. I mean, I posted a video up of one of his most dynamic plays, but it's very sad when a legend, especially one that brings you a Lombardi trophy, gets laid to rest.
Yeah, and for anyone that doesn't know, Tom Rafferty was the one that helped Tony Dorsett went for that 99-yard touchdown.
Hell of a block.
What a beautiful block it was. But yeah, it's really sad to hear that news. And obviously the Kenneth Murray green dot. So that's quite interesting because the green dot kind of represents how they communicate more directly with the coaches in terms of scheme, etc. So I find that very interesting. But Vinny, let me know what your thoughts are about the Kenneth Murray green dot scenario.
I believe I have a hope Jack Sanborn used the green dot because he from the Chicago Bears. With Eberflus, and I believe it's a signet from Eberflus, a wish from Eberflus. But Kenneth Murray is an interesting one. Don't have the expectations from who they drafted from Titans, I believe. I don't remember what team drafted in the first, but is a I don't know the name, but it's a big chance for Kenneth Murray to use the green dot, and you need someone with that because we have Eric Hendricks last year, but we don't know when the Marvel Over Show are going to be able to play. So have a necessity who have experienced player use the green dot to call the plays on defense, and don't be able to do Mike Parsons to do that.
Yeah, like with Micah
He need
Parsons.
to
Yeah,
rush the defense.
yeah, absolutely. With Micah Parsons being more or less in the defensive line type of role, Mike, do you think like with Kenneth Murray, this is a golden opportunity for him?
Yeah, I mean, if he can hold it down and he can remain to be, it basically becomes the signal caller for the defense. And generally, you like your linebackers to do that because they've got everything in front of them that they can filter to the trenches, and then they can make whatever calls to the defensive back. So it makes sense to be a linebacker. So Sanborn, Murray, yeah, you like that either way. I like the idea more of Murray because I believe it was Tennessee was at before.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
That he was the captain of the defense there. He was doing so. You think there's a level of experience there. Where Sanborn, I think, although he's feisty and he's good, and as you say, the experience that he's already had with Eberflus, I think he's more of a guy that you just want flow into the ball. You don't want to put too much on his play. He's that type of scrappy type of player.
Absolutely, and not to mention, like we've got like sort of Damon Clark in there as well. What is his role going to be going forward? Like he would need to step up depending on what when Overshawn does come back. Like there's that time period where Overshawn's not going to be available. Clark needs to step up as well.
Well, Clark has been this week. There's been some comments about Damon Clark and how he's fitting into this defense. Interesting, because Clark was kind of like a bit of a misnomer last year, whereas you had the rookie Maurice Leafield. Sorry, so many names. I'm trying to look them out. He's looking great. He's looking fine.
Yeah.
Comments on him are brilliant. That they're saying he's picking up where he left off. Clark seemed to be that enigma on the defense last year because we didn't really see him. And they're saying that they're trying to find that role for him. And if he does, it makes that linebacker core that we had bad feelings about at the end of the season seems to be like it could be picking up.
Yeah.
You believe, for example, they met Eberflus is a LB guru, linebacker guru.
Yeah.
Yeah, and can help the Damon Clark and Maurice Leafield to grow up and put one step away.
Well, I'm a big believer as Matt Elpifus as your defensive coordinator. Like he was the main reason why Sean Lee was that good. Like the only thing that prevented Sean Lee was injuries. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
If Sean Lee was 100% fit all the time, he would be in the Hall of Fame right now. He would be
easy. And Eberflus put Rolando McClain started and play a lot of good games. Good games in 2014, I believe. I don't remember the year, but Rolando McClain with Eberflus is a great player. 1 year player, of course.
Yeah.
I completely forgot all about that. Actually,
yeah. It's gonna be about 2014 or 15, definitely. Yeah, round about then.
Yeah, it was like the tail end of like we still had Romo on the roster when McClain came onto the fold, I believe.
Yeah, definitely.
So must have been then. But yeah, that's a great point you made there, Vinny, for sure. But what anything else on the news there, Mike?
That's about what I've got. I mean, I don't know if you've picked up on any news at all, Paul.
Well, the latest news I wouldn't say it news, but we did get to see a glimpse of Brian Schottenheimer mic'd up during kind of like wee minicamp OTA there, and how you can see the language he's bringing to the players, he's bringing the vibe, and I have to say, like again, he's ticking all the boxes for me right now. Like all the players seem to be rallying behind him, getting behind the philosophy of what he's trying to bring for this football team. So again, we've been saying this for the past numerous weeks now. We just really need to see it in action against opposition. That's what we need to see. So obviously we've got training camp coming up, which is going to be a good indicator to see how the offense and the defense are shaping up to be, depending on what scheme we're playing, etc. The balance between Lamb and Pickens. But we won't know till week 1 against the Eagles.
Yeah.
But yes, but obviously we've got our special guest here, Vinny from Bluestar Brasil. So, Vinny, tell us what it's like being a Cowboys fan from all the way from Brazil.
Oh man, for me, for example, I started to watch NFL like 2005, 2006, and here in Brazil, we watch just Monday night football, Sunday night football, and one game in the afternoon in the Sundays.
Mm.
So we don't have a lot of opportunity to see the Dallas Cowboys. But yeah, we know the Dallas Cowboys is the American team, so pass a lot of in the Sunday night, in the Monday night, and the America's game on Fox. So the ESPN here in Brazil shows a lot of games from Dallas Cowboys, and because of that, I started to watch it and see. Okay, this is a good team. It's not a perfect team, amazing team, because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember the fumble from Tony Romo from in the Seahawks game. Oh man, yeah,
Yeah, let's not go back memory lane there.
yeah. It's one of the first memory from the Dallas Cowboys, and yeah, it's this. But okay, I go in. Okay, let's go to watch the team. Let's see if he is a good or not. And basically 20 years watching and be a fan from Dallas Cowboys.
I always kind of say if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan now and you've been a fan for at least the past 15 to 20 years, like that shows some amount of loyalty. You're sticking to your team no matter what. There is some fans out there, I'm not saying who or whoever that may be, but they kind of like to, oh, I'm done with this team. I'm going to
Yeah,
support this team. It's like, nah. Like, I like to stick to my guns. I'm going to be a Cowboys fan till I am no
death.
longer on this planet. So I've made my what's the term, Mike? I'm trying to think of the right term
Made
to
you
say.
bad.
I've made my bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So but yeah, but tell us, Vinny, so how did you start Blue Star Brazil, and how did the podcast start, and who else is involved with it?
Yeah. Oh, I don't founded the Bluestar Brasil.
Oh,
Is
you did?
other
Oh,
guys.
right,
I
gotcha.
just now in this moment I believe I call it I am a CEO from the Bluestar Brasil because have a lot of hands who worked in the past from the Bluestar Brazil. But we started I believe in 2010. It's like
Oh, wow.
50 years from the Bluestar Brazil and started with a website and it's a few friends from São Paulo in Rio de Janeiro who have more connection with the NFL and started, oh, okay, let's go to started to talk about the Dallas Cowboys in Portuguese because don't have any website or any blog or anything like that here in Brazil because man, NFL started like 20 years ago, basically, to appear here in Brazil. So don't have a lot of Portuguese content. It's
And obviously the
East.
sport, yeah, and obviously the sport is growing rapidly in Brazil right now. You're getting the international series in
Yeah.
Brazil.
Yeah, yeah,
Unfortunately, the first game was Philadelphia and Green Bay. Well,
yeah.
that's the most
Sad.
important.
Yeah,
But
the two teams I hate so much.
you and me both. You and me both.
Yeah,
I hate Green
the
Bay. I hate Green Bay so
yeah.
much. They knock us out every time we're in the playoffs, or they always hit us
Oh,
and always in the fourth quarter. And everyone knows every Cowboys
yeah.
fan hates the Eagles. So
Yeah, no, we have a supporter group. The followers pay us to Bluestar Brazil to help the Bluestar Brazil, and we have a group in WhatsApp, and it's common. We always hate the Green Bay Packers because of the last years, because of the games from the last years. So yeah,
Yeah.
and from the Blue Star Brazil started with that in 2010 website profile in Twitter and now the X have the guy called Gabriel Platt. He started in 2000 started to work and command the CEO from the Blue Star Brazil in 2012
okay.
like three 13 years ago, and he started to dedicate more and more to grow up the Bluestar Brasil, the page, everything else. And for example, me started to work here in 2016, just 10 years. It's not too much. For example, in the same year of the Dak Prescott, the questions I have to write to be able to work in the Bluestar Brasil is why you put Dak Prescott started over Tony Romo.
That was the first thing you wrote.
Yeah, it's an article of opinion for me. I need to write an article of opinion. Yeah, why you put Dak Prescott over Tony Romo to be the quarterback, the franchise quarterback from the Dallas Cowboys, man? Yeah.
So that is actually amazing. I didn't realize how long, and this is what I love about learning about different fan groups and different media outlets outside of the US and stuff like that covered the Dallas Cowboys. How long have they been doing it? We were talking to Alessandro, who does the True Blue Sport in Italy, a couple of months ago, and he's been doing that for 10 years also. So it just shows like a lot of people are covering the Cowboys internationally, but just not many people know about it. And that's the thing. And I mean, I've seen the Blue Star social media. It is brilliant, like what you guys are doing. Obviously, I need to translate it and try a few parts, mind you.
Yeah.
But you're so active with it, which is great. So and that's the one thing I need to say. I need to thank you because with you resharing the post, like we got a lot more engagement from people from Brazil and giving a big shout out to Blue Star and obviously tagging us in posts as well. So we've got a lot to thank you for.
And I talk a lot of that. Man, follow the other guys to the people in Brazil. Hey, follow the guys, the world team, follow the guys in Italy, in Germany, because
exactly
it's necessary. And like that, in Brazil, you have, I believe, not Cowboys fan, but NFL fans, like 14 millions of people who watch it in the NFL. So we have a lot of people to root, to have audience, grow up the audience for the other person or the other page. So yeah, I see. Hey man, follow the guys. This is nice.
Yeah, what's kind of interesting for me, like I'm trying to remember Mike's backstory, but for likes of myself, like I got into American football because of a movie. I don't know if you might remember this movie. It's the film Little Giants. Like it's like Pee-wee football, like with is it Rick Moranis? Is that his name?
Yeah, however you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, the good team was the Giants, but the bad team was the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So and the uniforms the Cowboys were wearing, it was the one with the stars and the shoulder pads. I was like, oh yeah, I want that jersey so bad. I really did. And from there, then I found out that there was a European league. So there was the NFL Europe in the 90s.
NFL Europe, yeah.
And obviously my team was the Scottish Claymores, and that's how I really got into it. And kind of put two and two together. Which team kind of like the Claymores with me liking the Cowboys? I was like, okay, I'm just going to support the Cowboys. Didn't realize at the time they were the Super Bowl champions at that time. I did not know that. And ever since and I blame myself in some regard, Cowboys Nation. I may be the reason why we haven't won a Super Bowl. So I do apologize. Because it was since 1995 I basically started supporting the Cowboys, and we haven't won one since.
Yeah, let's go to put Paul in the fire. Together, Rowdy in the Texas.
We
another Super Bowl.
Well, if that's one thing me and Mike do, we get very rowdy at Cowboys games. Mike, you lost your voice at the Thanksgiving game a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But,
and it took plenty of alcohol to try and get it back.
Oh yes, it certainly did.
But I mean, I got a question for you then. What so far in the time you've been a Cowboys fan? what has been your most fondest memory of the Dallas Cowboys? Could be a game, a moment, a play. Could be something that happened off field, a story.
Yeah, the best memory, correct?
Yes.
I believe the playoffs from 2016. Yeah.
Okay, the run. Yeah.
Yeah. And man, Dak Prescott rookie season, Ezekiel Elliott, I've been the jersey with Ezekiel Elliott, the 21. And I've been, man, okay, I hope you have the possibility to win a Super Bowl, but have the Green Bay Packers. But yeah, this year I believe okay, you have problems.
Yeah.
Like every year we have some problems. And okay, I see the guys, I see the offensive line, Frederick, Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, and okay, have the possibility. I believe this is a good year for me. I don't remember too much from like the Garrett era. I remember something, but
It's not worth remembering. Trust me.
yeah, I remember the sadness of the 2 years in a row be 8.5, correct? And
8-8,
lost the playoffs. And I believe I remember in 1 year from the Jason Garrett era, I cried after we lost a game, I believe in the week 16. And I be, oh man, another year, lost the possibility to do the playoffs. So I cry about that. Simple.
I'll tell you one of my worst memories of Jason Garrett.
That was going to be my next question. Would be the worst memory, but go on,
yeah, my worst memory, and sorry to Jason Garrett. Like I've met Jason Garrett. He's a lovely guy, but there was a point.
Quite an intelligent guy too.
Oh, it's smart as hell. But he got me so mad at one game, and I was at that game. It was 2018 against the Houston Texans. We were trailing in the game with about 4 minutes on the clock. It was 4th and 1, and we decided to punt the ball. I lost it. I was like, why the hell are we punting the ball? We're behind. We need to be more aggressive.
And the defense at the time as well was struggling.
Well, in fairness, Jalen Smith had a great game in that one, actually.
Jalen Smith have I believe two good years. He and Van Der Esch have a 1 year, man.
Van Der Esch's rookie season. That rookie season for Van Der Esch was something else. Like he went above expectations, I thought.
Yeah, but you see, you have the common line from the linebackers. Sean Lee injured, Geno Smith injured, Van Der Esch, unfortunately, the Marvin Over show.
Volatility of the position.
Yeah, you have a common line in linebackers, man.
It's just the position in general. Linebacker is one of the hardest positions to keep fit in, and it's the most rotated position in football, I would say.
I would. I remember getting asked the question, "What position would I never play?" And I always say this. I was like, "I will never ever want to play linebacker."
Well, just as well, Mike. Just as well, I didn't play linebacker because I wouldn't have had a shorter career playing football back here in the UK. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But just so you know, Vinny, I used to play offensive line and defensive line back here in the UK. So
nice.
I originally wanted to play linebacker, but I was too slow. So
I've seen him run. And I agree.
Yeah. Here, I live in a city called Cuiabá. It's not a common city in Brazil.
All right, okay.
It's not don't have a lot of people who just can know the city, but we have a football team here.
Oh, really?
We have a league in Brazil about football. Have, I believe, 10 or 50 years of existence.
Oh,
it's old. It's an old league. And
what's the name of the team? Sorry.
The name is Cuiabá Arsenal.
Ah, right. Okay.
Like Arsenal, the team from soccer.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But because of that, Arsenal is other things here. So yeah.
Is there much of like you say there's a following, but is there much of a where fans get together, like at sports bars or anything like that, to watch American football in Brazil then?
Oh, we have events, much more events here in my city in the Super Bowl, just in the Super Bowl because
Yeah.
everyone have one team to root.
Yeah.
I Dallas Cowboys fan. Have a lot of people who watched the Patriots because of Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen, not because of that. Now the Kansas City Chiefs because of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. So yeah, we have a lot of events in the Super Bowl, but in São Paulo, have like 10 or 15 guys who is the Dallas Cowboys fans, and every year I believe at least 1 week of the football. Hey, let's go to watch in a bar, in the pub, and go to watch a game. So yeah, it's not even common because of the day, because sometimes it's the night at PM, 10 p.m. The games here in Brazil, so don't have always this possibility, but sometimes the guys watch it together.
Nice.
I'm just looking at the Brazilian American Football Conference right now. There is a lot of teams. Like I'm actually really surprised. Santa Maria, São Jose, Fortaleza. I mean, there's quite a lot. I think there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, about 16 teams roughly.
That's not bad, yeah.
Man, we have, because here is have a little war in conference.
Mm-hmm.
Have two companies who rush the football here in Brazil. But if together both is like 30-40 teams in Brazil.
Wow.
I believe in all just in my state have like 3 to 4 teams who have national representations like that. My team win 2 times the championship. The other teams here in Mato Grosso win 1 time. So we have a little bit of relevance in Brazil with the football.
Right, so we've got an idea of what Cowboys Nation's like in Brazil. So, like, but how popular are the Cowboys in Brazil? Just so like, who would you say is the most popular team? Like, in terms of like, do you know more Cowboys fans than any other people are supporting right now?
I believe here the team with have more fans is the Patriots because of the dynasty.
Okay.
Because of that, I understand that. It's a new sport for us. It's not common sport.
And that they were the team at the time.
They started to watch the team who wins the Super Bowl. And Brady, Brady is a perfect player. Have the connection with Brazil because of the ex-wife. So here we don't call it Tom Brady. Here is wife, not wife, the man of the marriage, wife. The wife from Gisele Bündchen. It's not Tom Brady. It's wife of Gisele Bündchen.
The wife of Gisele.
It's very similar, like what it's like in the UK. You find there's a lot of Miami Dolphins fans. Because obviously that was the team back then that was relevant, you know.
Because of that.
The Dan Marino era.
It's okay. But
it's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. That's when it became popular. That's when the most people got into it. So you just take the team that's the best at the time, you know.
And the see with the Bluestar, if it's a season when we go to the playoffs and something like that, we grow up your audience, grow up the people talking with us in social medias and things like that. And if you are like 2015 or last year, the people, I don't go to watch because don't have Dak Prescott. The team is a bad team, so don't go to see the content about the Dallas Cowboys and things like that. But it's Brazil is the people like to win. So if the Dallas Cowboys is not winning, they stop it to see.
If that's one thing we know internationally, Brazil have champions in multiple regions of sports, from mixed martial arts to soccer.
That was the two I was
Yeah.
thinking straight
Like,
away. Yeah.
We have champions in the European League too. Have not a lot of people people who plays in the European League, but have a guy here from Cuiabá who plays defensive end or defensive tackle. I don't remember, from one team. I don't remember the team. From I don't know. I don't remember if it's the Germany or a French
right, okay.
team.
Like,
But have
what
few
about
Brazilians here in
yeah,
Europe.
one of my former teammates I used to play with, he's actually playing in the European League right now. I believe he's playing with the Barcelona Dragons right now, so in Spain. So
Nice.
shout out to Stephen. So he's not a Cowboys fan, no, unfortunately. But
Yeah,
yes, but speaking about being a Cowboys fan, so who would you say is like, well, how would I say that? Like, what? Who would your be? Who would you be? I'm just stuttering here. Sorry.
no
Um, who,
problem.
who would your favorite player currently in this Dallas Cowboy roster be?
Okay, this year for me, a Parsons.
Okay, fair.
Yeah,
That's fair. Yeah.
I like the style of the Micah Parsons, and I believe you need sometimes a player who talk a lot, have trash talk.
Yeah.
Well, like
You need
like
it. Yeah.
yeah, Des Bryant last a few years ago, for example. You don't have CD Lamb in this style of
Yeah,
Des
it's
Bryant.
too
No,
laid back in that regard. This is why we've got George Pickens now.
yeah.
He
George
is not.
Pickens is the guy to have trash talk with the corners, and yeah, I like a lot with this addiction. But yeah, Micah Parsons for me, the current team is the player favorite player.
Nice.
Who would you say would be the most underrated player in the Dallas Cowboys?
Oh, I don't know if it's underrated, but I have a little hope. For example, Kellen Carson, the corner.
Okay,
Caleb. Oh, okay. I
interesting.
like
Yeah,
that. I like that take.
yeah,
Interesting. He struggled last year.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But for me, I see okay. He struggled, of course. But man, put the guy in the fire because don't have Trevon Diggs. Daron Bland sometimes have injuries. So okay, you are 50 round, but you to be a starter in the Dallas Cowboys, and man, it's not possible to have a guy in this style not struggled. So I believe have possibilities, a few possibilities to in few years, in few years in the future, be a started. Why not?
Funny that you mentioned Kellen Carson, because we talked about this way back last year during training camp. Kellen Carson had a great training camp.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
And when he came to him being on the field, he was just like, "What happened?"
Couldn't
So
put it together.
so
Yeah.
so some hopefully with now Schottenheimer, Elbifus, it could be the scheme fit. Things might actually be on the rise for Kalen Carson. Who knows?
yeah. And I see a lot of people talking about the scheme for Mike Zimmer. The style of the defense for Mike Zimmer is not easy
Oh
to
yeah, agreed.
understand.
Yeah.
To
Yeah, he can.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I believe I don't know, but I don't know if this is a problem from the rookies, for
Eberflus
example.
is a much more simpler system. I would
Yeah,
Yeah,
say.
it's more
You can
simple.
see that it is.
Uh,
yeah, I
have
read
you,
a lot about that because last week we have a podcast talking about Eberflus, Scotty, and Clayton Adams, and they see
Yeah,
about the Eberflus, the style of the defense, and it's simple, but
yeah.
work it. This is the important thing.
this is why I keep saying less is more.
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely.
Like, and this is the thing, like, so obviously you covered the draft with your colleagues at Bluestar Brazil, so did me and
Yeah,
Mike, and we were very intrigued to see what the draft was like, and we noticed an occurring theme with the NFL draft this year with Tyler Booker, Donovan Izaraku, and Siobhan Ravel. It's like
yeah.
all three of those guys have leadership qualities. They were captains for their respected college teams. I was like, okay, this is very interesting.
Have a style of the choices of the guys.
Yeah, no, honestly, I think like with this year's draft, it's put us in a much better position than I anticipated, to be honest. And I don't like to, I don't know for you, Mike, but obviously when it came to the prior to George Pickens getting picked, we still
Yeah.
had major concerns with wide receiver. Since that
Yeah.
trade has happened, I feel a lot more comfortable now with this team. Obviously, like you're saying, there's still some things we need to fix, but
Go on. Keep going.
no, on you go, Mike.
I was going to say, I don't think it's so much things that need to be fixed. It's more that you've got question marks against them. And at this stage, what I'm about is I'm not like, well, let's just keep adding players. It's more of, right, let's get to Oxnard. Let's see what we've got. Let's see what we're playing with. Okay. Now, and you wait for questions to get answered, and whether they're good or bad. And then from that, you adjust, you make changes, and you cut and add things as you go along. But I mean, well, here we go. I've got a question for you. All right, Vim. What do you predict? How many wins do you predict Dallas has this season? I know this is early, and we're just talking that they haven't even gone to Oxnard yet in training camp. But just off your feelings, of just like how things are looking at the moment, what is your win total for the Cowboys this year?
A few years ago, a few years not, a few weeks ago, we have the podcast talking about that.
All right, okay.
How is you think the guys thinking the Dallas Cowboys have this year? And man, I put like 12 victory. My expectations is high. It's high.
Of course.
I like.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we need
Yeah.
to hold our team to high standards. But for me, I'll be very happy with 10 wins and still make the playoffs because I still need to think in terms of it's a brand new coach, a brand new culture, whole new revamp. Like it's a whole culture change.
Yeah.
Like I think we need to kind of maybe lower the expectation. If we get beyond that expectation, then that's been fantastic. If we get 12 wins, fantastic.
I
That will be
believe at minimum 10 wins. Man, right. At least 5 victories inside the
yeah.
division. At least.
And
We win. Yeah, we win in the Washington, the Commanders, with the Cooper Rush.
And the Turpin spin, yeah.
Yeah, we win the Cooper Rush. So, yeah, if Dak Prescott be healthy, it's at least, yeah. And for me, I have a biggest hope we put win in the week 1.
I really hope so, especially in Philadelphia. Mike, you were about to say something.
Oh, I was going to say it would be nice as well to see that, to beat Eagles on home turf, but also as on the day they raise the banner. That would just be
ruin their parade.
It's nice to ruin this. Yeah. I believe. I hope so.
I think the win total, I think, really hinges. You could put it down to a handful of players, but if you want to say positions, I think more than anything, with the question marks on the roster, it really hinges down to health and consistency on the offensive and defensive lines.
Yeah,
and I think this is where Matt Elbithus will come into play when it comes to adding more simplicity to the defense. It means if you simplify the playbook, means players will understand that a lot better. Means there's going to be less room for error in that regard because not understanding your playbook, you could be in the wrong position and you could get clocked. You could be on your butt pretty much. So there's other wee small factors that could come into play here. So I think in that regard with Matt Elbithus, I think that's a key addition to this team.
I think the Eberflus thing is important. I think Tyler Guyton, Tyler Smith on the left, that's a big one. Those two together, how are they going to combine? And then it's now, I think we're all happy with wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2.
Oh, well,
it's not
wide receiver 1A and 1B.
okay. All right. All right. Your first and your second wide receiver. But it's, I think the other thing that's going to be very, very close to watch is that who the third wide receiver is.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's the big one.
yeah.
Or is it the tight ends? Could Jake Ferguson reemerge, or is Luke Schoonmaker going to take over? It's
Yeah.
that third option. That's the big one.
Yeah. I read a lot of Clayton Adams. The style they run the game from Cardinals in the
Yes.
other years in the past,
Yeah.
and see he uses a lot 2 and 3 tight ends.
Yeah,
One
he does, yeah.
one two formation and things like
Mhm.
that. So I believe we have a lot more uses from Schoonmaker and Jake Ferguson, both to catching balls, but também to help the offensive line, because I believe the Clayton Adams are to put the Tyler Guyton in the level who the people believes he plays. So
Mhm.
that the Tyler Guyton, the past Tyler Guyton the last years is not the same from this year with Clayton Adams for me, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is going to be very instrumental as well. You've got Connor Riley, the new offensive line coach, and Clayton Adams, who also was an O-line coach for Arizona. I think
Yeah.
having two offensive line-minded guys on top of working with like Duke Manyweather in the off season, it's going to
That's
be
right.
very fundamental for Guyton's development to really get this nailed down, especially at the left tackle position. So, like time will tell, see what happens. But in terms of like Tyler Booker, man, I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to the team.
Yeah.
A lot.
He's an animal. But yeah, I got a question, and then I don't know how much time we got left, but I got a question for you. Right? Give me a bold prediction or a hot
There we
take
go.
for the team. Like, is Micah Parsons going to win defensive MVP, or is Dak going to be QB1 of the league? Give us something what you predict.
Oh, for me, my bold prediction is we have the both wide receivers one A, one B. The Pickens and Lamb have plus 1K yards from receiving yards.
Nice.
1,000 plus 1,000, I believe so.
Two
Because
1,000 yard
with
receivers.
the Russell Wilson in the Steelers, in the Pittsburgh, Pickens is closer to put 1,000. So I believe with Dak is a much better QB Pickens having
There you
the
go.
Steelers. So have a lot of possibility to have both. And I don't remember the last year both receivers from Cowboys have this mark. So
Amari Cooper,
Amari Cooper,
Amari Cooper,
Michael Gallup. Yep,
Yeah.
that was what
and
5.
Michael Gallup.
Yep, Michael Gallup. Yep.
Yeah, they both had that. They had that 1 year.
But
Yeah.
it was right before he got injured the year after. Yeah.
Mhm.
I understand that. And for me, for example, we put CD Lamp in the prime, and for me, Pickens too in the prime. So have two.
Pickens is very young.
He's so young.
Yeah,
He's
exactly. And very young.
is he
So
like 24 years old? 24?
Yeah, he's going to be around that age. Yeah.
yeah, so have the possibility to have that. And my second bold prediction is we are going to have one running back with 1K plus yard.
Yeah.
Running. Yeah.
So
I don't know.
We don't know who yet, but you're thinking.
Yeah, I don't know who yet.
One is going to do it at some point.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Because,
I like that. You're adding a bit of mystery to that one, actually.
because man, few years ago, Darren McFadden, Run DMC have 1 plus yards with the O line. And I believe the Clayton Adams and Connor Riley effect in this O line help us a lot to put this running back or Jadon Blue or Javonte Williams or Miles Sanders, who knows, to have the possibility to put this mark. And man, I be a lot excited with Clayton Adams, for example. Because of that, I put always bold predictions in offense.
All right. So, but before we finish up, Mike, what would your bold prediction be? And I'll give you mine, and we'll finish up.
My bold prediction is
I've got a
My
good
ball.
one.
Okay, I got
I've
one.
got a good one.
I've got a good one. I know I got a good one. The first Dallas Cowboys player to score a touchdown will be Hunter Lipke.
Oh, nice.
I was literally about to say Hunter Lupke was going to go like 500 yards for the season.
Man, for
Oh
example,
my thunder, man! Come on!
I hope a lot we don't cut Lepke.
Oh no, definitely not. He's
No,
definitely.
I don't think he will.
Like we've heard Schottenheimer praising him to look at quite a lot. He wants to utilize him very much so for the versatility. He can play at the tight end as that second tight end. He can play as a fullback, play as a extra receiver. Like he'd be well utilized. And I think and not to mention we played him when he was playing with Cooper Rush. We haven't really got to see him as much with Dak Prescott. So there's a lot of good options there. So
yeah.
But before we do go, Vinny, please tell everyone where everyone could find you on social media.
Oh, okay. Every social media is Bluestar Brasil, but with S, not Z. In Portuguese,
Yeah,
we use the letter S, not Z, so it's Bluestar Brasil. We have Instagram page, the X. Have a Facebook, but not used too much because here in Brazil we don't use Facebook, and have a YouTube channel too. And this year we started to have a few interviews with other persons. For example, Mike and Paul is convided to do that.
absolutely. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. A few weeks we are going to organize that.
Yeah, just let us know when. Let us
Return
know
the favor. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about, dude. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell here for the first hand. We say to our supporters in Brazil, but for example, we are going to interview RJ Ochoa.
Oh, that's our friend.
He was my former boss, and that's
Mike's
boss. Mike works for Blogging with the Boys. He works for him.
Oh, really nice.
So we used to be part of the Blogging the Boys network.
This show.
Yep.
Oh, nice. I don't.
If you speak to RJ, tell him you were talking to us, and he'll know. He'll know straight away.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe in Tuesday. I'm going to record with Ochoa.
Yeah.
So
tell him
I'm going
to us, and he'll be like, "Oh, no way!" He'll love it.
Yeah, I'm going to tell about you guys, of course. So,
no, you'll have some funny stories for sure.
Oh yeah.
But honestly, Vinny, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on here for calling from all the way from Brazil. It just shows you Cowboys Nation is all over the world. And like we keep seeing here on the World's Team, it's not just America's team, it is the World's Team. But Mike, please let everyone know where everyone can find you as well.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter or X at Kenfig Cowboy. That's Kenfig with a K, Cowboy with a K. And you, Mr. P.
I am P Stu on X and Instagram. But yes, folks, thank you for watching the World's Team podcast, and we will see you guys next time. All the best.
That's a wrap on the World's Team podcast. Smash that like button and hit subscribe, Cowboys Nation. This ain't just America's team, it's your team. Touchdown! It's the World's Team, only on Believe, where real fans live.
How about them Cowboys?